Support for KQED Live comes from Berkeley Rep and the San Francisco Symphony.
Disproportionate impact of
more than half of Black business owners.
And disproportionate.
Somehow we always find a way to rise.
To the blueprint builders, to the backbones of every block, for the curators of the culture, and for generations to follow. You might fall, but never fail. Keep rising, keep rising, keep rising. Apply for business, marketing, and tech makeovers on us.
Welcome to KQED Live here at the Commons. My name is Ryan Davis. I'm the Executive Director of KQED Live. I'm so excited to have all of you join us for tonight's comedy showcase. But before we begin, I want to tell you a little bit about KQED Live, which is we are KQED, your favorite local public media station's live events program. We're dedicated to bringing journalism to life on stage, amplifying local Bay Area culture, and deepening civic participation. And we do that through talks, through food tastings, through screenings, through live storytelling, and comedy nights like tonight. And you can find out about everything that we do at kqed.org/live and get tickets. And I want to highlight one show we've got coming up that I think you'll like. It's called Chew on This. It's a brand new food game show hosted by Cecilia Phillips, who is the producer of Check Please Bay Area. It's going to be on August 17th. So go to kqed.org/live to get tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I'd like to start by thanking our season sponsors. We've got 4 incredible sponsors who support everything that we do here. They're the Asian Art Museum, Berkeley Rep, Comcast Business, and the San Francisco Symphony. We're super grateful for their support of our civic and cultural engagement programs here. And I want to thank the partners that have helped us promote tonight's show. Carnival San Francisco, the Calle 24 Latino Cultural District, Latin Bay Area, and Litquake. They've been super supportive in getting the word out and helping all of you get here tonight. So thanks to them as well. And now, without further ado, I want to bring to the stage the absolutely talented and prolific polymath Baruch Porras-Hernandez. He is a poet, he's a comedian, he's a graphic novelist, he is a donut enthusiast. Please welcome to the stage, Baruch.
Oh, goodness. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh my God, people came. Yay. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'm sending all of you kisses from the bottom of my chubby gay heart. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Welcome. Bienvenidos, bienvenidas a todos. And if you're confused, that's fine. Google it later. My name is Baruch Porras-Hernandez. That's right, that's how I say it. En español, si hablas español. Mi nombre es Baruch Porras-Hernandez. And if that scares you, that's okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Baruch Porras-Hernandez. Very easy to pronounce, very easy to remember, very easy to fall in love with. I am single, bilingual, and ready for marriage. San Francisco is expensive. I am ready for marriage. And if you're in the audience tonight, and you are a moderate, okay-looking man, I'm not picky, but you own property, talk to me after the show. Are you all ready for a fun comedy night? Yay! Welcome! Welcome to Comedy Night at KQED. Before we start, I want to thank everybody at KQED. They've been so nice to me. The folks up at the booth, the folks backstage. Look at this beautiful, oh my God, that's me! Yay! I feel so fancy. This is so much nicer than most of the, like, I'm not allowed to say bad words, so most of the places I perform in. So thank you, KQED. But most importantly, I do want to take a moment Because like the lights are bright, but I can see a lot of you. A lot of you are people I know. And someone the other day asked me like, what's it like being a performer in San Francisco? And I almost said, exhausting, because I like to keep it real. But I thought about all the folks that I know, even if we're close friends or we're just acquaintances, that keep coming to my shows. And I felt like the luckiest chubby Mexican in the world. That is something that's beautiful about the Bay Area. When y'all like something, you support it. And you're here tonight to help me support some of the funniest, you know what, I'm gonna say it, they're the funniest comedians I know right now. But also, I should finish my thought. I wanna thank all of you for being here and for continuously coming to my shows. I recognize most of you. So honestly, thank you, y'all. If I haven't made out with you yet and you want to, talk to me after the show. But please give yourselves a round of applause for supporting queer arts and queer comedy. Tonight I have, being a curator is one of the funnest things I do. It's like being a little kid and going, look at this! This is cool! And showing it with the world. And these are comics that I think are like doing some of the best comedy in the Bay Area right now. They're unique, they're original, they're fantastic, and most importantly, they are hilarious. So you're all in for a treat. We're gonna start the show right away, but I saw someone in the audience tonight who is also like a fellow chubby queer mover and shaker in the Bay Area. They also run their own show that I've performed in in Berkeley, called Yeah, Whatever. And I think it's Michael Folk. Is that Michael Folk? Everybody, give it up for Michael Folk. Can you do 4 minutes? You got 4 minutes in you. Get up here, everybody. Michael Folk. I just couldn't. I saw a queer comedian. See? All right, everybody, Michael Folk.
Hi, hello. This was not planned. I just texted Baruch and was like, I came to support. And they were like, I'm going to put you on stage. Hi. And then they said I couldn't say bad words, so I'm like workshopping. Hi, hello, I'm Michael. I'm non-binary. I'm polyamorous. I'm also from Texas, which is really cool because we're always in the news for the right reasons. It's really cool. Texas is always coming up with new forms of bigotry we didn't know about before. You know, Florida, neck and neck. You know, they're really competing for the place that no one wants to visit. But it's weird, you know, coming into California, and I lived in New York before this, and everyone, whenever I say that I'm from Texas, they're like, oh no. You? With the purple lip? And the necklace that says sissy? You? In Texas? They must have eaten you alive. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of sucked. It wasn't great. But California, they're like, we're so different, right? We're so different. But like, I've been to Sacramento. Like, Texas is an hour and a half north of here, an hour of your speed, all right? You want to go south, we got Fresno, okay? We can get to Texas. I know, come on. I've been thinking a lot about death lately. I don't know, it's like the Anthropocene. I'm funny. Sad a lot of the time. My partner's been out of town for a while, so whenever I get home, I don't know if you live alone, but whenever my partner's not around, I do this fun game where I go around and I check all the places a murderer could be. I go around, I look under the bed, you know, like a teensy-tiny murderer. I go to the closet, I go to the spice cabinet, like check all the spots. But what do I think is gonna happen? Like, if I catch them before they kill me, they're like, ah! You got me, all right, bye, you know. I'll see you next week. A lot of people have different sort of like traditions around like what they want to do whenever people die. It's like some people take it very seriously. Some people want to be really breezy, right? It's sometimes like a casket. Sometimes it is, you know, cremation. Sometimes it's, oh, like make me a mushroom suit, which I like. That's very couture. I think what I want to do is like do whatever you want with most of my body, but save the fingers. Because something I really miss, I don't know if y'all remember MySpace, but you know, remember the top 9? So I want to do like the ultimate top 9. So my fingers, I want them to be like sort of like taxidermied and then given to the 10 most important people in my life. Imagine how you would feel if you knew and loved me but didn't get a finger. And like certain people would like really want to have like a certain finger, like the thumbs. Like that's like my mom better get a thumb, right? Because if she gets the pinky, you know, she's gonna be pissed. I am in a polyamorous relationship, which is fun. It's really nice. A lot of people think, oh, aren't you jealous? Isn't it awkward? But I also kind of consider it like boyfriend daycare. Like I pack him up a lunch, I send him away with, you know, whoever he's sleeping with this week, and I'm sort of like, okay, here's this, there's some games, there's a fidget spinner, there's one of those popping things, you know, and you have fun, and then like I clean the house. It's a good time. I'm on all the apps, right? I'm on all the apps because I'm in my, wait, can I say slut? I'm in like my slut era. I don't know if I can say it. But I'm on all the apps, which is really fun. I'm on Scruff, I'm on Grindr, I'm on Tinder, I'm on Sleepy, I'm on Dopey, I'm on Doc. All the apps. And I love it, but a lot of the times people do something really rude to me, which I don't appreciate, is they message me to hook up after 9. And I'm a cool 37 years old, so that is psychotic, you know? Like, what? Are you Jeffrey Dahmer? It's dark out. Calm down, all right? I am strictly someone that likes to have brunch sex, you know what I mean? I've had a banana, I've had my coffee, I'm not too full. So if that sounds interesting to you, let me know. I'm sitting right over there. I'm Michael, thank you, have a good night.
Give it up one more time for Michael Fold. Yay! And check out Yeah Whatever Comedy at Gilman Brewing every
Last Friday of the month.
Every last Friday of the month. Also, Gilman Brewing is pretty cool, and they have pizza. All right, we're going to keep the show going. Before the show, we had a sign-up list for local comics who might want to do a little bit of comedy up here. I'm going to call your names, but y'all remember, this is KQED, So don't get me fired. I know it's comedy, and you're like, but I'm a comedian. You also have a brain. Figure it out. So, you know, no F-bombs, no S-bombs, no stuff. I'm, you know, beep, beep, beep. I don't know. Figure it out. All right. Is Maria Deplutus in the house tonight? Yeah! Coming up to the stage, Maria Deplutus! Woo! So good to see you, honey. Break a leg. Yay.
Just a sec, guys. I always have to clean the mic because comics have questionable hygiene. And I'm immunocompromised, so I'm really careful. I have a rare blood condition called idiopathic neutropenia because, of course, I have a condition that sounds like idiot, pathetic, neutral penis. I get sick a lot because I'm sensitive to bacteria. The first time I was ever hospitalized, I had to go under anesthesia with this German doctor. And as he was putting the final shot in that was going to knock me out, he looked me straight in the eyes and said, "This is what Michael Jackson took." And then he died. So I grew up here in the San Francisco Bay. I grew up in Vallejo. Yeah. And I'm also a first-generation immigrant from Greece. I love going back to Greece, but everyone in my village thinks I'm a lesbian. I'm non-binary, so they're onto something, but I don't even bother trying to explain what that means. But what they always tell me is, Maria, if you cared what men thought about you, you would not be so tall. Last year, I lost 90 pounds. Because I'm sick? You monsters! This guy came up to me and said, "Maria, you look good. You're almost dateable." So I was like, first of all, Dad, I'm just kidding. My dad would never say that. Because he doesn't speak English. What he actually said was, "Casi que la deca que estás gomenara." But I have to translate it, otherwise it's all Greek to you. I'm I'm autistic, or as most people like to pronounce it, oh my God, she's so annoying. Now that I'm an adult, I know I'm autistic. But when I was a kid, I had no idea. When I was a kid, I thought I had erectile dysfunction. Because those commercials would come on the TV. Do you struggle to perform under pressure? Do you live a life full of longing and regret? Are people constantly disappointed by your inability to rise to the occasion? And you have erectile dysfunction. Contact your doctor. I didn't have a doctor I could go to with this, and I couldn't go to my parents because Greek people don't talk about feelings. The Greek way to say that hurt my feelings translates roughly to I'm hungry. I'm an animal lover. My favorite animals are beef and pork. I had the worst date last night, and then I realized it was a prune. A lot of people are bothered by being called a Karen. Me personally, it doesn't bother me because as a recovering Karen, it's nice to finally have a name to put to it. And to think this whole time I thought throwing tantrums was just a symptom of my erectile dysfunction. I've been trying to get more connected with my cultural heritage of being Greek and also from Vallejo. So I filed for bankruptcy. Hey, if you guys liked me, please follow me on Instagram. It's really easy. It's just my name at Maria Diamodola Deplutus. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, thank you. Mwah. Give it up one more time for Maria Deplutus. And yes, follow every comedian tonight on social media, on our Instants, on our TikToks. Not just because you should, but because a lot of bigger companies won't work with you unless you have a lot of followers for some reason, and it's very annoying. So please, most importantly, follow me. All right, we're gonna keep the open mic going. Oh, this person. Brandon Leonardo, come on up. Where are you at? There he is. Everybody give it up for Brandon Leonardo. Oh, you're so beautiful. Good to see you.
I'll break all the limbs. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? So I know they said they wanted to do PG-13. I did something that's 21 plus before coming here, so... And it's of the smoking variety. I'm sorry. But my name is Brandon Jay Leonardo. I'm gay. Not just in June, but the other months too. Like, December, Christmas, also gay then, to my mother's disappointment. But gay now, and just according to white people, I'm just like Jesus. Yeah. I'm also not Middle Eastern. And I know it could be a little confusing. Brown skin, the hair, the beard. It could be confusing for you, especially if you're a TSA agent. I know. Isn't that messed up? But here's the thing. I think Middle Eastern men are gorgeous. So every time I get pulled aside for random selection at the airport, I take it as a compliment. Yeah. I'm just like, oh my God, you think I'm a threat? To national security? Who knew being racially profiled could be so flattering? So my mom and I have been talking a lot recently. She thinks I'm a disappointment because when she was 25, she gave birth to this. When I was 25, I gave birth to bad credit. But, give me some credit. No, not like that. I'm sorry. But actually give me credit. If you know a way to give me credit, I will accept it. But, just like your FICO score and raising a kid, they're really hard to raise. So, we're similar. But my mom, now she wants me to have kids. Me, her very homosexual son. Yeah, she's like, mijo, I need you to have children. I'm just like, Mom, I have a very heterosexual brother and a very heterosexual sister. Put your eggs in those baskets. They're more probable to hatch. But she's like, I know, mijo. I need you to have some of your kids. I need you to have some of your own. I'm just like, do you expect me to get pregnant? She's like, well, you're a bottom, aren't you? if Billy Eichner can have little kids say bottom, bottom, bottom in the movie Bros, I think I could say it on this show too. I'm just like, but no, Mom, I can't. I was brought up male or, assigned male at birth, so I don't have the parts to poop out a baby. But does anyone else have a paranoid mother? Yeah, they're fun, aren't they? Lots of material. My mom calls me the other day, and she calls me because she likes to bring up news articles that she hears to try to help me out. Do y'all know Primer Impacto? Any Latinos here? Primer Impacto, yes. It's like the telenovela of news, right? They can make losing a sock sound like Al-Qaeda, but fashionable. So my mom calls me the other day, and she's like, ay, mijo, I heard on Primer Impacto that a guy died because he drank too much water. 8 cups, mijo, not 9. That's my time, everyone. I'm Brandon Jay Leonardo. Have a great night.
Hey, Brandon Leonardo. Mwah. Thanks for coming, honey. Thank you. Hydration is important. Very important. And before the show, we had a trivia quiz, and now I'd like to announce the winner. They win 2 free tickets to an upcoming KQED show. So everybody, please stomp your feet, drum roll. There you go. Thank you. Yes. The winner is Shirhan Kumar. Yay. Where are you at? Stand up. I just want people to clap for you. There they are. Please clap. Yay. Thank you so much for playing. Awesome. I used to love Primer Impacto. Latino news was very different, but my favorite part of Primer Impacto was that they always had Walter Mercado on that show. And my mom was always like, cállense, cállense, it's Walter Mercado. And we were, as an Aquarius, I thought it was very important. But enough about that. Let's get back to comedy. Let's start the show. Comedy is important. I am also a writer, like Ryan said, and I'm also like a performer and an actor, or as my mom likes to say it, you like to fail at several different things because you haven't bought me a house yet. And I'm like, someday, Mom. You gotta fake it till you make it. Or you gotta fake it till you turn 42. You never know. At least I'm happy. But comedy is important. Have y'all read the news lately? Comedy is very important. We all need to laugh, and that's why we're here. So are you ready to start the show? Yes! Our first comedian I've seen all over the Bay Area. They've performed all over the Bay Area. They're here all the way from Sacramento. Give it up for Graciella Hamilton!
Oh my gosh! Hi guys! How are we doing tonight? Oh my good, it is so good to be here. It's so good to see you all. Oh, actually, before I get started with my jokes, I do have like a little story. I almost did not get on this show tonight. Like I almost didn't get on. But then last minute, the booker was like, we need somebody who has the charm and the looks of a female version of Urkel. And then I got on the show. Did I? No, I'm not doing it again. I'll do it for you guys. Did I do? No, that lady was laughing too loud. I feel bullied now. Okay. Yeah, but my name's Graciella. I don't know if you guys can tell by the way that I look and talk and act, but I'm a barista. Okay, everyone can tell. Thanks, guys. Yeah, back in Sacramento, I'm a barista. I do love being a barista, but I have so many weird coworkers when it comes to being a barista. Like the other day, my coworker had walked in from the outside. She walked in and she was like, oh my God, Graciella, I just got catcalled. And I was like, oh no, that's so horrible. And then she went on to say, yeah, and it seems like all the men who catcall me are Mexicans. And I was like, that doesn't have to do with anything, but okay. And then she said to me these exact words, and I'm not kidding with you. She said to me, yeah, that's why I'm too scared to go to Home Depot alone. What? Because like half of me was like, girl, you cannot be saying stuff like that. Like I know it's Sacramento, we kind of racist, but still. But then the other half of me was like, I don't know, like, I kind of get it. Because, like, for me, it's like, white men really love me, and that's why I can't go to San Francisco alone. So many looks on the way in. You know, actually, I've been telling that joke forever, but it actually came true today. Like, I'm not even joking with you. Today, I was parking my car in San Francisco. That's a horror story in itself. I was parking my car in San Francisco, and I backed into this huge, like, huge Chevy, and I backed into it. I didn't even know. They, like, knock on my door. 2 white dudes come out. They knock on my door, and they're like, hey, you hit our car. You backed into our car. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I can take pictures, I can do insurance. And then they like turned around and then had a little meeting. And then they turned back around and the guy said, oh, no, you're good. Only because he thinks you're pretty. And then they walked away. At least I know I'm hot enough to not get another point on my record. Like, that would have been number 3. That's not a lie. Oh gosh. Let's see. What else? I wrote my set on a Tazo tea bag. So if anybody, oh, that's what's next. Wild sweet orange. Okay. Got it. So I'm bisexual. Yes. Wow. Nope. Delayed response. You're all homophobic. Thank you. I'm bisexual. For those of you who don't know what that means I date women and men who look like women, and that's it. Like, I just have a different approach when it comes to dating, like the different genders. Like, for example, like I date women, but I test men. And what I mean by that is every man I date is a test to see if I'm still bisexual or not. And they are losing. They're doing a horrible job. No, I'll tell you why. Because the other day, I went on a date with an older man. I know I'm a hero. I went on a date with an older man. And this is just like a tip for all the older men in the audience. So, I'm sorry, I had to point you out. Sorry, sir, I had to point you out. But listen up. This is your tip if you're going on dates with younger women. Maybe don't talk about World War II the whole time. I'm sorry. I know, there's not much else. But no, I went on a date with this guy, and he talked about World War II the entire time. And I found out that he was getting his degree in World War II studies. And I'm going to come out and say it. I think that degree is a waste of time and money. And I have authority to say that, because I am a theater major. I know when a degree is a waste of time and money. No, because like the only 3 things I have learned in theater school so far is how to not be myself, how to play a game called Zip, Zap, Zop, and how to get mono really easily. It is much easier than you think. I was dating this really great guy for a while. He was a Greek guy. Shout out Maria. He was a Greek guy. It's important, Maria. It's important to the story that he's Greek. Okay. He was a Greek guy, and I told my friends, I was like, "Hey guys, I'm dating a Greek man," and they were like, "That's really great. Have you ever been to an art museum?" And I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "Okay. Have you ever seen a statue at an art museum?" And I was like, "What?" And they went, "Have you seen their penises?" I'm like, oh, I see what's happening here. You were trying to tell me that my man's penis is small. I see what's happening. And it was. Oh my God, it was. No, that was so right. Like, no, please do not tell him I told you guys. But like, I was so convinced it was like a packing peanut. Because like every time we make love, all you would hear is, that ain't right. But you know what? I had the ideology. I was like, if his penis is like something from an art museum, I need to treat it like it's a work of art. So I did not touch it. Nope. No. Then he got mad when I took a photo of it. I'm like, sorry. I heard, sorry. Do you guys like drama? Oh, thank God. I love drama. I know, like, people get their drama from, like, what? Like, Access Hollywood. They get it from, like, magazines. I get mine from the Bible. Thank you. I have one Bible lover. No, but have you guys read the Bible? Yes. It's crazy. There is so much crazy stuff that happens. Like, it is just a bunch of grown men gossiping to each other. That's all it is. For an entire psalm, it's just some guy named David going, I heard from Matthew, who heard from Mark, who heard from Luke, who heard from John, who was at the table with Jesus, that he could turn water into wine. And I have a river in front of my yard, so rosé all day, girlies. And then another story that I really like in the Bible, one of the best authors, I don't know, Mark, I don't know. The story of Jesus' death and resurrection. Anyone ever heard of it? Couple fans. So if you guys don't know, so Jesus dies, right? He's like dead. And then 3 days later, he's like born again. He like rises and saves our souls, right? And that reminded me of RuPaul's Drag Race. Stay with me. Okay. So on RuPaul's Drag Race, they have this thing called reveals. We've all seen the show. They have the thing called reveals. When the queen has the outfit on, she takes it off and then reveals that she has a better outfit on under. And I'm trying to say that Jesus did that when he rose from the dead. But could you guys imagine what Jesus would be like if he were on RuPaul's Drag Race? I could already see it. He'd be like walking down the runway all dead and stuff, right? And then he'd like take the rock off, reveal he was alive, do a cute little pose, and then RuPaul would say some stupid pun like, Lordy, Lordy, that look is giving me a resurrection. Oh gosh, I'll do one more, then I'll get out of y'all's hair. I'm gonna talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, like an issue that's kind of near and dear to my heart. It's the issue with the police. I'm gonna go there tonight. Did you guys know that it takes 6 months to become a police officer? That's it, just 6 months. And I think that's really crazy compared to a lot of other jobs. For example, it takes 6 years to become a librarian. That's true. Put it in perspective. It takes 6 months to hold a gun, but 6 years to tell someone to shut up? And that's why I think we should give librarians guns. Okay, anyway, thank you guys so much. My name is Graciella. Bring back your host.
Graciella Hamilton. Give it up one more time for Graciella Hamilton. But most importantly, give it up for theater arts majors everywhere. Do we have any theater arts majors in the audience tonight? Yeah, 2 of them, make some noise! I also was a theater arts major. My parents couldn't stop me. They weren't paying for college. And they weren't really talking to me at the time, so I was like, woo, do what I want. And at the same time, another friend was like studying, I don't know, technology. And throughout our friendship, he's always like, pooped on me being a theater arts major and made fun of people that are theater arts majors, but he just got laid off. And I'm hosting a show at KQED. Theater arts, yeah. All right, your next comedian, just like all of them, has performed everywhere. Everyone's in love with her. I finally saw her at a show called Safe Words, which, by the way, it is probably the best queer comedy show in the city. Every 4th Wednesday at the SF Eagle. That's where I saw this next comedian kill it. I'm falling in love with her. Please give it up for Ashley Monique. Nice and loud. Yay.
Yo, KQED, what's cracking? How we doing? Nice. Oh, it's good to be here. I love living in the Bay. There's a lot of food diversity, a lot of different cultures, because I grew up in a very small town where there was only one Mexican restaurant, and it was called Taco John's. And I'm going to sing for you guys the real 1999 jingle for Taco John's, okay? It goes like this. There's a whole lot of Mexican going on at Taco John's. That's the real song. That's a crazy song. Because today, if somebody tried to get on television and say, there's a whole lot of Mexican going on, Like, they would be elected president, okay? You can't just... can't say that. Yeah, but I'm a mixed race Latina woman. We got Latino people in here. All right. Hello, mi gente, one of you, hello. No, I come from a long, proud line of teen moms. It's a tradition in my family, you know? And it was started by my great-great-grandmother back in 1993. That's how we do it. And my mom was scared. You know, she thought I was going to continue the cycle. So when I was a teenager, she was very strict. Like, my doctor wanted to give me the HPV vaccine, and my mom said, "Why?" "So my 13-year-old daughter can be a floozy?" Now her 30-year-old daughter is a floozy with HPV. Should have gotten that vaccine, you know? I'm just playing. I don't have HPV. I'm just playing. I just say it for the joke. I clarify now because one time after a show, this girl came up to me and like she was chatting me up. It was going somewhere, you know, and she was like, "So cool that we both have HPV." So I'm clean. If there's any baddies out there, I'm clean. No, my mom is single, and my Latino people, they're very superstitious. You know, they believe a lot of crazy stuff. They think I'm a witch. And they call me La Bruja. And my mom was dating this guy, and I was like, "Mom, this isn't gonna work out." And then they broke up a month later, and my grandma was like, "Oh, La Bruja!" She knew. And I was like, "Abuela, no, not La Bruja. He's a meth addict." I'm not psychic. He stole our TV. It's observant. No, my mom, she is overprotective, you know. She bought me a taser recently. She calls me to make sure I'm using it, you know. I don't know. I feel silly walking down the street with a taser in my hand. Like, it feels like being a man on a first date with a condom. Right? You know, where someone sees me and they're like, "Okay. Thought you were gonna have to use that tonight?" And then I'm like, "I mean, I would prefer not to." You know? Been a lot of dates like that. We had drug club. We like drugs in here. Drugs. Anybody on drugs right now? Anybody? I asked that at a show once, and somebody was like, "Allergy medication." So, not like that. No, I've been getting into drugs recently. I'm a big fan. But I got drug tested at my job, and I forgot they can do that. You know. And I was right on the line as to whether it had been long enough. So my boss told me that the results came back. I said, "Did I pass?" Did you guys know that asking whether you passed is failing your drug test? They didn't like that. I'm a substitute teacher. The kids are safe. They're safe. The kids are safe. No, but I work with a lot of kindergartners, and I love my kids. But when you're surrounded by kindergartners, these innocent, pure souls, you know, it just really reminds you that you are broken and jaded. You know? Like, I'm teaching one day, one of my kindergartners tugs on my dress. I look down, and she says, "Miss Ashley, I love you." And I was like, "Yo, chill, we just met." You know? A little clingy, get out of here. You know? Another one of my students was like, "I love my mommy very much, and I talk to her every day." "Miss Ashley, do you talk to your mommy every day?" And I was like, "Did she send you?" You know? It's personal. My favorite student, his name was Lawrence, and I was doing an icebreaker. I was like, "I want you to say your name, your favorite color, and a fun fact about yourself." He said, "My name is Lawrence. My favorite color is red. And a fun fact about me is I am very, very autistic." And he's right. It's very fun. It's a fun fact. He's a literal thinker, you know, so you got to choose your words carefully. Like, I'm trying to get him to calm down one day. I'm like, "Lawrence, hey, buddy, hey, let's take a chill pill." And he was like, I do have medication that makes me calm. It's like, all right, well, where is it? Give me some. I do prefer working with the younger kids because once they hit puberty, it starts getting weird, Like I was subbing for 7th grade. One of my students goes, Miss Ashley, is it illegal for a student to fall in love with a teacher? And I was like, yeah, 100% that's illegal. And he said, shoot. Why haven't you called the cops then? And I was like, because I'm high right now? Let's not involve those guys. I'm in a relationship right now, and it's new, and I'm in love, and it's exciting, Thank you. But we're having some problems. We have communication issues, because I really like to say I love you, I like to hear I love you, and he has a hard time verbalizing his feelings, which I think is a normal man thing, right? See, he didn't say anything. I don't know. Here's how he told me he loved me the other day, okay? He sent me a meme that said, ladies, if your man tells you when he poops, no doubt he's in love with you. And then a follow-up text, I'm pooping right now. What do y'all think? True love? You're gonna make it? Yeah. Absolutely. That's a regular bowel movement guy right there. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, but before him, the guy that I was dating, he was a white guy, and I don't know if you guys have experienced this about white men, but they don't appropriately respond to danger. You know what I mean? A little too chill, We hit trouble. He would say white man things like, don't worry, the police will save us. We're walking around at night, and I see a sketchy dude, so I do the procedure. You stand up straight, key in the finger. Don't stare, but don't let him out of your sight. Most importantly, do not draw attention to yourself. And that is when my white boyfriend asked me, hey, who sings that song that's like, ah? And the sketchy dude was like, that's Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. Have a good night. My boyfriend was like, that dude was harmless. He didn't have any reason to be afraid. But he didn't understand that women always have reason to be afraid. We live our lives in constant danger, constant fear. He didn't get that, and I wanted him to. So I stabbed him in the neck. I took his wallet, okay? You need to learn. All right, that's it for my time. I've been Ashley Monique. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Ashley Monique. Yay. Mwah. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Talking about Mexican women and brujas, my mom has also been accused of being a bruja. She is a teacher, and one day this young teacher got to the school and was like, I'm a new young teacher, and I'm not going to take anything from you older teachers, because I'm amazing. And my mom was like, okay, whatever, and was like trying to stay away from this like young new teacher because she was kind of rude to everybody. One day my mom went into the office, and they were like, Victoria, those boots are amazing. And my mother was like, thanks, Macy's sales rack. And this young teacher was like, they look like witch shoes. They make you look a little older. And then my mother said, that's a good thing. You should watch out. I am a witch. And my mom's sure she was joking. But the next day, this young teacher slept through her alarms, got to class so late, my mom had to take over her class, ran into school and was having a mental breakdown. And while she was having a mental breakdown, her car got towed because she parked on a handicapped parking spot. Later that day, she was fired. And all the teachers at my mom's school were like, Victoria, ¿eres una bruja? And my mother was like, no, I'm just not an idiot. So, shout out to all the brujas everywhere. So when I curate a show, whether it's a poetry show or a comedy show, I try to always center women, people of color, and queers. Tonight, every person on the lineup that I have curated is a woman, a person of color, and queer. So yeah, if you are, and often in the comedy scene, it's known that they don't make a lot of space for people who aren't white straight men. Nothing wrong with that, white straight men. Please don't send me hate mail, because I'll just sexually harass you. That is the fastest way to get rid of a troll. You just tell him what beautiful eyes he has, and he leaves you alone. But if you're a queer person or a woman who wants, or a person of color who wants to try comedy, comedy is for you. It's not just for straight white men. So I'm just gonna shout out real quick to 3 awesome open mics in the Bay Area in San Francisco. The first one is Hysteria Comedy Open Mic, run at the San Francisco Eagle every, oh my gosh, second Wednesday of the month. And then another one is an incredible new queer open mic at Strut, the sexual health clinic in the Castro. That's every third Tuesday of the month. Also free wine, free snacks, hosted by Cynthia in Public and Matthew Bell, 2 incredible non-binary comedians. I think Matthew's here tonight. Give it up for Matthew. Hi, Matthew. And they're hilarious. And then the third one is Vocal Arts Featured, a queer open mic, also in the Castro at a beautiful art gallery every 4th Friday of the month. All these spaces are awesome and welcoming, so please go and try out your comedy or music and poetry, whatever you'd like. All right, I'm gonna shut up now and introduce your next comedian. I'm a big fan of this next comedian. Y'all are gonna wanna follow her on Instagram and TikTok because their videos are hilarious. My favorite are her plant talk videos. All right, everybody please take a deep breath. Let it out, and give it up for Dylan Mckever!
Hey, everyone. Where are my KQED heads at? Let's go, right? Let's open up the pit. Let's get it going. It's such an honor to be here at these new KQED studios. KQED is my second favorite radio station, with the first being KPOO, right? The Bay Area Jazz Station. Mostly because it has that beautiful cursed call name that they're somehow not allowed to get rid of. So other comedians have brought this up, but moments before we were going to perform, we were told we weren't allowed to use any profanity, which is a huge challenge for us comedians. But I think I've thought of a solution. Anytime that I would be saying any kind of profanities in this set, I'm going to replace those words with pledge drive. I think yeah, I think pledge drive is something that KQED members and listeners are familiar with, comfortable with, but it also, shoots a jolt of fear up your spine. Cool. Let's try it out. That intro was correct. My name is Dylan Mckever, and I point that out because I feel like it's a name that doesn't fit me very well, right? When I hear my name, all I can picture is a very pale, very redheaded Irish boy, right? Sort of like, oh, who is that handsome rogue? Traipsing over green cliffs of clover. That's that Dylan Mckever boy. Send him a pint of Jameson. One reason for my name is that my dad is Irish. He's half Irish and half Mexican. So you can probably guess what his favorite food is, right? Yeah, it's the body and blood of Christ. I used to love it too, until I hated it. My mom is not first, not second, but third generation Chinese American. So her favorite food? Just a Costco hot dog, baby. Hell yeah. That doesn't make sense. That's the only connection we still have to our Chinese heritage, which is a huge appetite for killer deals. You guys get it? Anyway, that's a long walk to tell you that I am indeed triracial, or in layman's terms, just naturally good looking. Yeah, you see it. It's like I'm catnip for guys whose main thing in life is software development. It's fine. It's fine, right? Got my pick of the litter here of rich, ugly ducklings. Whatever. Anyway, there's a way more pertinent reason why my name doesn't fit me, and that's because I'm trans, and I was just too lazy to change my name when I came out. Truly. Because it's a lot of work, right? You gotta go to the DMV and fill out a bunch of forms, I'm presuming. And it's kind of like Doi, I identify as a woman, but I kind of identify as an exceedingly lazy person before that, okay? Little hierarchy of identities. You guys get it. Do I have any other fellow lazy people in the audience tonight? Ooh, a lot of you. Some of you too lazy to respond? All right, I get it. Cool. Well, it's great to be with my fellow LGBTQs. But let's go to bed quickly after this show. What are we getting in bed? Anyway, yeah, I am trans. It's a great time to be trans. If anyone's thinking about it, come on over. Highly recommend it. As a trans person, a lot of people, they come up and they ask me, they're like, Dylan, did you do it? Like, did you, did you do it? Did you get it done? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, have you had the surgery? First of all, I want to say, oh my God, thank you so much for asking. I love fielding questions about my genitals, especially here in the 12 items or less line at Trader Joe's. Second, I don't know, it's kind of a personal thing, right? I don't always feel comfortable sharing that information with anyone, right? It's private. Mostly because I don't want to be reduced to what's in my pants, right? None of us do. But I don't know, this is public radio. This is more than a safe space, I think. I think I can talk about it here. Can I talk about it a little bit? Oh my God, thank you so much. Okay, let's see if this works. I guess I want you guys to know that with a lot of time, a lot of pain, and a ton of money, that I did get the surgery. I got a second pledge drive installed. Yeah, I did it. Thank you, let's go. And it's phenomenal, right? Like, I finally feel like I'm the body that I was meant to be born in, right? Got that double pump action going on. I can play both bongo drums at the same time. And I can DP your girlfriend by myself, so. A wonderful situation. DP in that situation stands for directing a pledge to my public radio station. Sure. Donate, guys. Tote bags. I feel like a lot of people are confused right now about non-binary identities, right? The they, thems of the world. People are like, I don't understand how you can be not a woman and not a man. Like, how is that possible? And people say that as if all of us didn't spend the last 3 years of the pandemic slowly devolving into genderless slobs, right? I feel like by the time Omicron came out, didn't we all take a long look in the mirror and say, not only can I not tell if I'm a man or a woman, I don't know if I'm dead or alive. So now it's both and neither at the same time. And there's also, like, every day we had, a decision to make, which was like, what am I going to wear today? Boxer briefs or a thong? And the answer we all said collectively together was neither, right? I'm going to raw dog those sweatpants one more time. The non-binary clothing option, right? I think I might end with something a little dark here, if that's okay. I don't know if you guys have narcissist parents. Shout out. All right. With my people. I don't know if you have narcissist parents, but when I came out to my dad, he told me that he wanted to kill himself. And I was like, oh my God, Dad. That's my line. Rude. Stealing my spotlight? What are you doing? I don't want you guys to worry. We're both, like, doing better. We're both still alive, and now we only want to kill each other, so it's a step, maybe a lateral one, but something. So I did this joke, and I put it online on the internet, the best place in the world. And most of the comments were pretty positive and supportive. But I got this one comment that was like, hey, I hope you know this joke is offensive and ableist towards the narcissist community. Which, I love that. I love that comment. I love that comment so much. Mostly because I got to picture what the narcissist community looks like. Which I'm guessing is just a fist fight, after hours in like a school gymnasium, right? A bunch of crabs in a bucket going at it. I don't know. Anyway, it's 2023, so it's a good time to be accountable. So I want to say, if there's any narcissists in the audience tonight, I should have been centering you in that moment. All right, my name is Dylan Mckever. This was so fun. Thanks, guys.
Dylan Mckever, everybody! Mwah, mwah, mwah. High fives. Yay! I love Dylan Mckever, and I love a pledge drive. That was genius. Are you all ready for your next comedian? Are you having a good time? Wonderful! Your next comic has performed all over North America, Canada, New York, San Antonio, a cave once, your dad's back porch. He's single, bilingual, and ready to mingle. Please give it up for Baruch Porras-Hernandez. Oh my God, that's me. Hello. It's so good to be here. Wonderful. Hi, everybody. My name is Baruch. I live here in San Francisco, but I don't work in tech. So I'm part of the poor bastard community. Give it up for poor people. I know, it's okay. We don't want to clap too hard because we can't afford it. Neither can I. It's a very expensive city. I'm also a fat guy with a beard. Therefore, I'm part of the bear community. But I am also Mexican and part of La Comunidad Latina. So I like to call myself an oso. Wrong. And you know what osos say? Yo soy un oso y mi cuerpo es peligroso. If you don't speak Spanish, that's Spanish for sad slut. I'm also an immigrant. Do we have any immigrants in the house? Yay, make some noise, immigrants, come on. We survived the last presidency. You gotta clap for us. I'm also an immigrant, that's right. I once was a little boy in Mexico, thinking my gay thoughts like this. Me gusta el penis. And then I crossed the border and came here to steal all of your jobs, make out with all of your husbands and boyfriends, and touch all the penis I want. Why? Porque sí se puede, cabrones. That's right. Sí se puede. Touch all the penis. That's why I crossed the border. I'm Mexican and gay, which means I'm good at two things: eating chorizo and eating chorizo. Does anybody here have any gaslighters in their lives? I mean, immigrant parents in their lives? Oh, immigrant parents. I love my immigrant parents. They have sacrificed a lot. They have worked so hard and sacrificed so much, and they won't shut the heck up about it. They tell me every day on the phone. My dad's like, hey, do you want to come over this Sunday and help me out around the house? Dad, I'm working. And he's like, oh, that's okay. I just left my country, my house, my family, my parents, my career, my friends, that sandwich joint I loved, left it all and came here to work as a janitor for you. But no, that's okay, hijo. You have work. And I'm just like, thank you for your service. Bye. I don't know what to tell you, dude. But no, my parents are great. They just love to gaslight. They don't really know what that word means, but for example, when I was a little boy, the doctor said to them, hey, your kid needs glasses. My parents said, glasses? No. Glasses are for white people. You just need to look harder, cabron. Squint. Échale ganas. A couple years later, the doctor said to them, hey, your kid has asthma. My parents were like, ¿Qué es asthma? Asthma? My dad was like, is that English for needs attention? My mother was like, no. Asthma is for white people. You just need to breathe harder. Breathe harder, con tus pulmones, así. ¿Cómo que asthma? No. A couple years later, I said to them, Mamá, Papá, soy gay. And my parents responded like this. No. Gay is for white people. No, wait. No. You just need to try harder with the ladies. Échale más ganas. My mom literally was like, you go out there, you go touch some boobies. They were so upset. It like got dark. They literally fell to the ground weeping. My mother was like, déjame aquí, no me toques. She was like, leave me here. This is where I will die. And I was like, really? In the kitchen? My dad was like, look what you've done to your mother. It did get dark. Like, it's funny now. And they swear they didn't do this. That's why I love having a little brother. My parents were like, that's not true. We love and respect. And my brother was like, I was 10. You guys cried a lot. At one point, my dad was like, hijo, if this is true, we will kill ourselves. And I said, suicide? Suicide? No. Suicide is for white people, Mom and Dad. You just need to try harder to love me, Vegas, because I'm here, I'm queer, and I'm going to touch all the peepees. Thank you. And then they said, all right, get your stuff, we're kicking you out. And I said, who has 2 thumbs and loves the ladies? This guy. And I ran right back into my room to listen to Lisa Loeb because it was the 90s. My parents are cool with the gay thing now, a little too cool. The other day, my mother said, hey, gay marriage is legal now. Where's the husband? ¿A dónde está? ¿A dónde está? And I was like, I don't know, Mom, you've been divorced since 1997. Where's your husband, lady? She did not think it was funny. My dad is a hoarder, and every time I confront him about it, he gets so mad. He's like, leave me alone. Look, when I was young, I was poor, so I had no stuff. That's why now I got all the stuff. And he was always like trying to like confront me back. You know, he's like, just like you. You sleep with so many men because we didn't let you be gay when you were young. And I'm like, yes, Dad, but I don't have 5 different storage compartments full of men. When I sleep with a man, he gets to go home, Dad. My mom is a certified cool mom. She says it all the time. She's like, I'm cool, I'm a cool mom, I'm very cool. I love and respect you even though you have so many flaws. Many, 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 many flaws. She's like, I love and respect you even though you sleep with so many men. Many, many, many men. And then my mom loves to like make fun of me. She's like, I would call you the town bicycle, but it looks like you haven't been on a bicycle in a long time. People ask me where I get my comedy from. It's all from my mother. She could comedy anybody here under the table, but she's kind of camera shy. I was driving her around the other day because I'm a good immigrant son. You got to drive your mother around. She's over 70. And I was trying to mess with her because I was bored. So I was like, Mama, I have to tell you something. It's serious, and look, it's my body, my choice, okay? Mira, San Francisco is expensive, and to pay the bills, I've decided to start working as an actor in pornography. There, I said it, you can't change my mind, Mom. This little Mexican immigrant woman, 2 seconds, was like, really? Don't you think you should do some squats first? I almost drove us off a cliff, but she kept going. She was like, things are getting a little droopy back there. I was like, okay, yeah, Mama, yeah, I was joking. And she was like, I wasn't. Hijo, you need to make some changes. You need to make some changes, hijo. Really, porn? You can't even do a push-up. You think you're going to last through one scene? Those people are professionals, and those people go to the gym. And I was like, Mom, I will turn this car around. And she was like, no, you won't. You love me. I'm your mother. Drive me to Target. And I drove her to Target. But yeah, they're cool with the gay thing now. I wasn't, though. When I was young and I found out I was gay, I was devastated. I was like 10 or 11, and I was like, oh, no, I want to put my friend's pee-pee in my mouth. No, that's so gross, disgusting. I'm cursed. And of course, later, I found out it wasn't a curse, right? Because it's not. And I'm glad things are changing. I'm glad that little boys all over the planet that are waking up wanting to touch another person's penis, don't see it as a curse. I want them to see it as a gift from the gay universe, or like a superpower, a mutant power like the X-Men, because gays have power. We do. Gays have power. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Gays have power! That sucked. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Gays have power! Yes, we do. Think about it. Presidents have to talk about us in their campaign speeches. Gays have power. Some Christians think we can magically create hurricanes like Storm from the X-Men. Gays have power. We scare the crap out of Republicans and they have guns. Gays have power. Some idiot conservatives think that we have the ability to magically make other people gay. I like that one, though. I love that one. That one's my favorite. They're right to fear us. We are dangerous. This one time at my university, there was this Christian chick who, in class, would not stop trying to convert me. Every day, she was just aggressive in my face. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And I was like, please, get away from me. Like, I'm Catholic. I'm from Mexico. Like, calm down. And she wouldn't stop. She was like, Jesus will help fix your gayness. And that's when I was like, excuse me? One day, she upset me so much, I left class. And she follows me out of the classroom. And I walk out into the courtyard, and I see her boyfriend across the quad. And I go, hey, isn't that your boyfriend over there? She goes, yeah, why? And I go, zap! Sorry, he's gay now. 2 weeks later, he came out. And the Christian chick never bothered me again. And yes, I slept with him. My name is Baruch Porras-Hernandez. That has been my set. The end. Thank you so much. I really want to thank all of you for coming. I am such a negative thinker that I honestly thought nobody was going to be here. And yesterday I called my mom and I was like, well, Mom, if nobody comes, I'll just do jokes to the air and be grateful I'm alive. And she was like, you're an idiot and you overthink things. Please go to bed. Also, buy me a house. I was like, yes, I'm on it. But thank you so much for being here, everybody. Are you ready for our last comedian? Yay! I am too. She, like all of us, has performed all over the place. I love seeing her perform. She's very funny. Please welcome to the stage your headliner, Frida Sierra!
Give me some licorice right now!
She's checking the spelling. Hello there, how's it going? How's life? Good looking crowd. Oh my goodness, San Francisco. Look at you. Oh my God. Fewer white people than I expected. This is great. Oh my God. Happy to see your faces. Good looking crowd. Happy to see your face. I have to admit, most of my life, I was not a fan of faces. Ugh. Everyone has one. You're just looking in them in a face. I have one. We're just staring at each other in these skin sacks covering our skulls. I was against chins. I was anti-chin for years. I was part of that community. I think I participated in a protest or two. Might not age well, but it's been several years now in this country where every day we see people, and there's some in the crowd that we see them, and their face are covered by these masks. And you know, I'm not against them, but after 3 years, I have to admit, I didn't know what I was missing. I like faces now. They're great. They're unique. I like chins. I am pro-chin. Does not matter what type of chin you have. You have a bubble chin, a stubble chin, a double chin. I don't care if you have one of those chins that has the dimple in the middle, and then it has the stubble that grows in a spiral towards the center. And you look at that person, you're like, wow, that person probably has a weird-looking anus. Does not matter. I want to see your face. Does it spin? You don't know. But anyway, happy to be here. So grateful to KQED to allow this. Oh my goodness, I grew up watching KQED. It's such an honor to be on this stage and desecrating it. But I'm still happy to be here. Oh my goodness, what a great vacation. This is so great. What a great place to vacate. I'm from a place called Hayward, so this is a vacation for me. If you're not familiar with Hayward, Hayward is actually pretty close to here. It's like 2 or 3 tax brackets away. If you don't know Hayward, Hayward is the only city in the Bay Area where when I tell people that are from Oakland that I'm from Hayward, they just go, oh wow, that's rough. And I tell them, it is not that boring. It is not that dangerous. And they're like, oh, yeah, I know. It's all the way boring. And it's like, all right, that's fair. But what we lack in arts and culture and other cool Oakland, San Francisco stuff, we in Hayward make up for that with a Chuck E. Cheese with a full liquor license that stays open till 1:30 a.m. on a weeknight. On a weeknight, I know. I'm sorry. They're probably getting shut down as we speak because of this public access. But either way, like, I don't know your idea of fun. You seem like great citizens. But have you ever played skee ball drunk with an 11-year-old? It is the most fun you could ever have on a Tuesday night. Here's a cool tip, though. Doesn't even have to be your kid, okay? They got dropped off hours ago by a parent and or legal guardian, but you know, you're drinking, you're playing skee ball, you're having the time of your life. Ask them questions relating to them. Oh, what flavor vape is that? I use Cool Mint too. That's awesome. Sure, a few hours later, police might come up to you and ask you, is this your child? No, that's my new best friend, dog. Watch out. As a matter of fact, if he could blow a .00 on my car's breathalyzer system, he will be my ride home. Stop judging, officer. I got arrested. Anyway, that kid's awesome, though. We still follow each other at Instagram, and it's like a weird thing to, like, you know, be friends with someone in a different generation. I have to, like, learn the new lingo so I could communicate with him. Like, the other day, he was on Instagram, and he was like, this is the year I graduate 7th grade. And I was like, keep it up, young king. I don't even know what that means, but I looked it up online. That's how they talk nowadays. It's a weird thing to get online. Online will take you to weird places and weird paths that you do not expect, and you will just be, like, looking at a video or reading a thing, and then you click, and all of a sudden you're in a wormhole. Hours of information, different YouTube links, and all of a sudden you know a whole bunch about a different subject you never knew about. The only problem is that nobody else knows about it, so now you're a weirdo. So now you're a weirdo with a lot of opinions about a thing, and so you have these opinions, you think you have the knowledge, so you're like, I need a place where I could release this knowledge. So you go back online and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna start posting. And you start posting your information back at people, and people start disagreeing with you, so you start saying things like, do your own research. As soon as you did that, you went too deep, you're a weirdo. Anyway, I became that in the internet. I did. I had my own thing. I don't know what your thing was. I got really deep into cast iron pans for a while. I don't know if you folks got into that. Another thing I got into was water privatization. I don't know if you folks know about water privatization. Yeah, it's a big deal in this world. Turns out there's a few big companies in this world that are buying up the lands for this precious finite resource of natural water, and they are buying the lands for that water. They are bottling that water. They are selling it back to us at crazy prices, and we're gonna be fighting wars over this in like 20, 30 years. It's crazy. I learned this all in 13 minutes of reading on Reddit, and my life was changed. Like, it changed everything about, I started seeing everything differently. Like, you see everything differently. Like, you know, walking through the streets, I stopped seeing children. I started seeing future soldiers in the water wars. That is like a weird thing to feel about people. Like, you feel weird about, like, it felt bad to take a shower. Like, I would be in the shower and I'd see the stream coming down and I'd be like, oh my God, look how much water this is wasting on the planet. And at the same time, I would step aside and let the stream go for a while, because sometimes you need to let the world burn. Anyway, but like, it's a tough thing to do. It comes out at the weirdest places. Like, you don't know where it's gonna come out. And I try to take it out of me, but it's still in there. Like, I feel it in me. Like, the other day I was at a family party and I was talking to my niece and she was like, Thea, I'm thirsty. I was like, well, then get used to it. Oh my God. Oh my God, why is that in me? Why is that? The internet, what did you do to me? She started crying. She was like, why did you say that? I was like, do your own research. Oh, what is wrong with me? Oh my God. The internet. Another thing, I'm single now. I got out of a long-term relationship about a year ago now. And I'm trying to think about, like, what was the things that led up to that end of the relationship. You know, you got to get better for the next process of the next relationship and stuff like that. You got to better yourself as a person. I think where we went wrong was probably when we started playing the credit card game. I don't know if you folks know about the credit card game, maybe a couple. Okay, that learned audience. Okay, I'm going to ask this. I'm going to introduce you to this game. This is not a sexual game, although have fun. But when I was a kid, my sister, 10 years older than me, 5 years older than my brother, she used to walk up behind us at the house. We're doing regular kid stuff. She would walk us behind us. She would put her hand like this, and she would sneak up behind us really silently, put her hand like this, stick the hand in our butt crack, go up and down and say, credit card, credit card. I'm feeling a little bit of judgment coming back, guys. It's a hilarious game, okay? We laughed every time. It was like family fun time in the Sierra household. Like, we're a closer family because of that game. Like every time she got me, every time I was always, you got me, let me go change my underwear. And then, you laughed, you high-fived, or maybe if you felt her sneaking up behind you, what you do is you don't act like you feel her sneaking up behind you. What you do is you get one ready. Put one in the chamber in case she's pondering. I don't know if you're part of gun culture, but you get one ready. As soon as she sneaks in, you let it go. She sticks it in, you let it go. You're like, I farted on your hand, go wash your hand. You laughed, you high-fived. Well, you switched hands, but you high-fived. Great game, fun game, family game. Look, I understand if we're still nervous about this, okay? It was the 90s, it was consensual, it was before the movement. I understand, though, okay? Still a great game. As I mentioned, right before the end, me and the ex, we had gotten into playing that game, the credit card, and we had a blast. No pun intended. But we had a lot of fun at the house, a lot of back and forth. I have to make another note. This is a game that has to be played between two consenting parties, okay? You can't just be one person going up and sticking your hand in the crack of someone that does not know or want that. That is not a game. That is a crime, and I will not endorse that, okay? That is the first 7 minutes of a Law & Order SVU episode. I do not want to be part of their stories. Anyway, it was a back and forth. We eventually had to make a wartime peace treaty that the bathroom was a no-fly zone. Because one time I went in to take a shower and she almost murdered me with her offensive maneuver. I went in to take a shower and she ran and she did it and it was like, ah! And then you slip in the shower, you're like, ah! And then you fart in the shower, you're like, oh my God, the smell is everywhere. That's how chemical warfare works, dispersal. Anyway, one time we were at the house, she was naked because she was getting out of the shower. I was naked because I'm an optimist, and I was hoping something could happen. It was a long relationship. One of you has to be the one that takes the oh, you're naked? What a coincidence. I'm naked too. Maybe we should take advantage of this situation. It never worked, but I would have died naked trying. Anyway, so she comes out of the shower. Instead of walking up to her, kissing her on the cheek, trying to start that miracle, I walked right up to her, smile on my face, plan in my mind. I stepped behind her. I was like, credit card. I got her really good. I was happy. I was doing a celebration dance. I got her really good. I wanted to go wash my hand or taste it after or something. It's okay. She just got out of the shower. Immediately, though, she just stands straight up, stares me dead in the eyes and goes, wait. It's not the 1990s anymore. Credit cards have changed. I was like, what are you talking about? She stepped behind me. She was like, chip card. I do not like the way technology is changing these cards. I was like, take it out. She's like, these ones take longer to read. I'm sorry. It's like, declined. Unauthorized user. Insufficient buns. Should have got a Venmo. Okay, guys, I've been Frida Sierra. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Please welcome back to the stage Dylan Mckever, Ashley Monique, Graciella Hamilton. And I think that's it, right? I'm not forgetting anybody. I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. I especially want to thank KQED. And I want to thank funny people everywhere and gaslighting immigrant parents everywhere and all the brujas. Everybody have a wonderful night. Well, let's take a bow. 1, 2, 3, bow. Yay. And now if anybody wants to take a cute picture of us, we're going to pose. 1, 2, 3, pose. 1, 2, 3, here's another pose. All right, and now arms up like we're in a roller coaster. Yay. Mwah. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.